Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the final of my Christmas themed videos for this month. We are just 2 days away from the big day. In fact, Christmas Eve tomorrow. Hope everyone has got themselves all sorted for the big day. I know times have been rough at the moment with everything that's going on relating to lockdowns and that, but we are, as I'm recording this, hoping that when the beginnings of the Christmas circuit break in the UK, where families can start mixing a bit more, which is some positive news at last. So for this final video, I am going to rank my personal favourite movies and Christmas TV specials. They're not going to be in any particular, well, say they're not going to be in any particular order. The last two will be ordered. So to start with, I'm going to give a few honourable mentions that just missed out on the main list. And the first one, I don't have it as a separate release, so I'm going to have to show the release it comes from. But it's A Charlie Brown Christmas. This is doesn't say what year it aired, but it was one of the first Charlie Brown Peanut specials that aired in the 1960s, and it's just a really fun special. It sort of gets lost in the mix because it gets overshadowed by the Thanksgiving episode and It's the Great Pumpkin, but it's a really enjoyable special. The other honourable mention is this one right here, Father Christmas. Again, this is another special that gets sort of lost in the mix. Does it come on the back of it come on the back of the Snowman. It was released 10 years after the Snowman, but it's a really fun animated film. Stars the late great Mel Smith as the voice of Father Christmas, and it's highly recommended. If you love the animation of the Snowman, you will love this one. And keeping with that theme, the other honourable mention is the sequel to the Snowman, The Snowman and the Snow Dog, and this came out in 2013, so a little over 30 years after the original film came out. And again, it's just a wonderful short film. These, by the way, are really short features. They only run around the 20-25 minute mark, which is no time at all. You could easily fit all three of them into a good hour and a half. Really fun family films. So we go on to the main countdown. Bottom of the list, which is fun, so incredibly cheesy. And there's the Star Wars Holiday Special, which came out in 1978. It was only ever aired once on TV and it's never been released onto DVD, Blu-ray, or now 4K. It's basically the abandoned child of the Star Wars franchise because of how unbelievably bad it is. But it's bad in a good way. It's basically set on the Wookiee holiday of a Life Day. So a lot of the main focus is on Chewbacca and his family, but you see appearances by all the cast. So you've got Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, the droids. There's an animated sequence that showed the first appearance of Boba Fett before he would appear in movies in the final film in the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi. And yeah, you can watch it on YouTube or you can get a bootleg release of it. If you've never seen it before, just give it at least one watch. You may not like it, you may like it, you may not, but at least give it one watch. And then petition Disney to put it on Disney Plus. Next on the list is it's a Muppet film. I saw a more forgotten TV special. It's a Muppet Family Christmas Letters to Santa. Basically, no, in fact, scrap that. It's a very, very merry Muppet Christmas movie. That's what I'll put in this list. It's a wonderful film. It's basically about the Muppets trying to save the Muppet Theatre from being torn down. Joan Cusack plays a businesswoman who is trying to buy out the Muppet Theatre and shut it down. And the Muppets do this big variety show similar to how they used to do the Muppet Show. They raise a lot of money to save the theatre, and then Frosty somehow proceeds to lose the money. But it's just a lovely, lovely film. It has a wonderful sort of It's a Wonderful Life dream style sequence where Kermit basically denounces himself as part of the Muppets, and you get shown what life would be like if you never met everyone. They're all doing different things. It gets a bit dark, but it is really recommended film. It's not on streaming services, but you can get it for fairly cheap on DVD. Next in the list, it's a animated film, and that is He-Man and She-Ra Christmas Special. It was the second big feature film that Filmation put out for the world of He-Man and She-Ra. The first film was, of course, Secret of the Sword, which was essentially a pilot for the Princess of Power TV series, and this is just a wonderful special. It's all of Shira's friends on Etheria, mixing with um, the royal family on Eternia. It features Hordak, and in a in a bizarre twist no one saw coming, Skeletor is the hero of the film. That says it all. You can watch it for absolutely free on YouTube on the official He-Man channel. I definitely recommend it. If you love both cartoons back in the day, you'll love this film. Next one on the list, I'm putting this. I was in two minds on this one, but I have to go with this one this slow down. And you hear me talk about it earlier in the list. It is the Snowman. It's just a wonderful, wonderful short film. It was one of the first things. It was one. How to explain it? It's just a wonderful bit of animation. It's all completely sound, which is largely unheard of doing that late, because non-talking animated shorts were stuff you'd find in like the Tom and Jerry cartoons in the 30s and 40s. You would very rarely see any animated shorts just having an audio track playing on the animation. It was based on the best-selling book by Raymond Briggs. Won both. It won the BAFTA for Best Children's Entertainment of 1982. I was also nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Short. Again, like I said with Father Christmas and Snowman and Snow Dog, if you've never seen it, watch it. It gets aired on TV almost every year on Channel 4 here in the UK. I'm sure you can find it online at some point. If you can, watch it. Highly recommended. On to the special that just beat it out. If you watched my first time watches video a couple of weeks back, I talked about this animated special with one of the films on that list. That is the 1969 Rankin Bass animated film Frosty the Snowman. This is just a what? It's very short. It only runs 25 minutes, but it's a really fun short film. It's narrated by Jimmy Durant and features the voice work of Billy the Wolf as a evil magician, and Jackie Vernon as the titular Frosty. This is the DVD release. You can get it on Blu-ray as well. This also comes with the short Frosty Returns, which came out in 1992. Features the voice of John Goodman as Frosty, which it's another fun short of the 1992 film, but this is the one you go for every year. From that we come to my top 3, and these were the hardest picks to order because they are the staples of my Christmas viewing every year. Or in the 3rd spot, I went with the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is from 1966. It's beautifully animated, as it was produced by Chuck Jones, who produced many of the later Tom and Jerry cartoons and also a lot of Looney Tunes. So it's got that that kind of animation feel to it. It's narrated by horror legend Boris Karloff, which is why I love it so much. But, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know Boris Karloff is one of my favourite horror actors. So hearing his voice on this just took it up another level. There have been 2 other versions of this released. The live action film with Jim Carrey, which came out, I believe, 2005, 2008, something like that. And then 2 years ago, they done the 2nd version of this, but more CG animated, with the voice of Benedict Cumberbatch as the titular Grinch. I've never seen either. I have no plans to see either because neither can ever equal this one. And the final 2, they're my all-time favourite Christmas movies. In fact, that's not even in the top 3. I completely missed out on 2. Just edging that one out is Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2, love the film. It's a little bit samey in parts to the original film, but what I love about it is it's set in one of my favourite cities in the world, New York. Like the big lights. Haven't been there on holiday with me 13 years ago. It's nice looking back at shots of like Central Park and that, and seeing spots where I've been to, places I haven't been to, and just seeing all them sights. But what does knock it down a touch for me is the fact that it is too samey to its predecessor, which is in the next spot above that, Home Alone. One of my all-time favourite films. Macaulay Culkin is just devious as the heroic Kevin. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern are hilarious as the 2 villains, Harry and Marv. And some of the things Kevin does, like setting Harry's head on fire with a blowtorch, making uh, doorsteps icy, using staple guns, using a tarantula, which I hate seeing that scene. And it's just a fantastic family film, and the fact that I can now access both films on Disney Plus is absolutely huge for me. And they will be definitely getting watched at some point over the next. I've rewatched them on there. Picture quality fantastic, and as long as I have Disney Plus, as long as Disney Plus exists, they'll be getting watched on there every year. And now we finally come to my top two, and this was the hardest choice for me. In the end, I went with The Nightmare Before Christmas as my number 2 film. Just at the slimmest of margins. Basically, what knocks it down is the settings. It's a little bit too dark at times. Feel like it's getting outside now. And it can drag in parts a bit, but it's still a wonderful film. It's if you like Tim Burton's style of filmmaking, you'll absolutely love it. If you've not seen it, why haven't you seen it? It is one of the most iconic films of all time. How groundbreaking it was. It's the soundtrack is one of the best. You could listen to. In fact, what's this? The the main one of the main songs from the film was actually reused on a commercial that aired on TV, I think last year here in the UK, which shows you how iconic it is. My number one, my all-time favourite Christmas film, The Muppets Muppets Christmas Carol. This and Nightmare Before Christmas are the two films that I watch without question every Christmas Eve. And again, much like with the Home Alone films, both are on Disney Plus, so I can watch them in the best picture quality possible. And it's just everything about it, from the settings, like the I think it's like the 1800s in London, maybe, I think. Well, Michael Caine is brilliant as Scrooge. The Muppets all have their own parts to play. Gonzo is Charles Dickens, so he narrates the film. He has Rizzo as a sidekick. You've got Kermit as Bob Cratchit, Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit. Kermit's nephew Robin plays Tiny Tim. Fozzie plays Mr. Fezziwig, or Mr. Fozziewig as he's called. Statler and Waldorf play the Marley brothers. If you read or heard the original version of A Christmas Carol, you know there was only one Marley, but they had to make it two to get Statler and Waldorf in. Sam the Eagle plays Scrooge's old mentor, tutor, teacher. and has one of the funniest lines in the film, where he gets himself confused, and even though it's set in England, he uses his classic "it is the American way," and has to be corrected by Gonzo off screen. Off screen. The ghosts are fantastic. There's a CG fairy for the ghost of Christmas Past. A big giant of a Muppet for Christmas Present, and then the Vision of Death for Christmas Future. One nitpick I will have is the Disney Plus version, like the home version I have, and most of the releases, it doesn't have When Love Is Gone, that whole scene slash song. It has it as a deleted song on the extras. It doesn't have it in the film though. So unless you can find an uncut copy online, what I would recommend is, as soon as it gets to that point in the film, to pause it, go onto YouTube. The scene is there in full on YouTube. Watch it on YouTube and go back to the film. You may need to use a tablet or a mobile phone to do so if you're watching it on the TV. It takes away a lot of the film with it being cut out, because it's really powerful, it's really emotional. Another recommendation I will make is to listen to the soundtrack. It has the version done in the film, sung by the actress playing Scrooge's former love, but there's a more poppy ballady version that was released by a kind of mainstream artist. I forget the name of the singer, but it's a beautiful version at the end of the soundtrack. I would recommend listening to that. And again, like with Nightmare Before Christmas, if you've never seen Muppet Christmas Carol, watch it. You've got all the time in the world to watch it. If you have Disney Plus, it's there. Watch it on there. You can get it for dirt cheap on DVD. You can get it on Blu-ray in a box set with a few other Muppet films. However way you watch it. You will love it. So that is it. It's coming up to nearly half hour talking about this. So that'll do for this video, and that'll do for all the Christmas videos on this channel for this year. Hope you've enjoyed watching them. Let me know in the comments down below what your favourite Christmas films are. Are they the same as mine? Do you have your own choices? And if you have any recommendations of your own, just drop them in the comment section. But for now, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will hopefully be back in the new year at some point with some new content for the channel, so keep your eyes peeled. Until then, I've been the Blue Geek, this has been the Blue Geek Reviews. Bye for now.